It was the least I could do.
I was wondering about something. We might have to deal with something today, in an aggressive manner. I'm pretty positive about this, but I thought I'd ask just to get another opinion. It's almost definitely that if I try to use my ability during that fight, it will cut the connection that I had with the land, right?
Yes, it would. It would. It would unanchor itself. I would recommend you not try to
Not.
use it.
Yeah, I was absolutely sure of it. As I said, I was almost positively sure of that, but I thought I'd just get confirmation on that. So, all right, well, thank you. Do you think I can leave for a while, and do you think I have to come back when I sleep?
Certainly. We can give you a regulator, and he'll just take one of his hands from behind his back, and it's kind of like a pacemaker you put on your arm. You know, when you're jogging and
Yeah.
stuff. This will help regulate your abilities so that they come out in a steady flow rather than erratically like it naturally does.
All right. Sort of
Think of
put
it
it
as
on.
power conservation.
Right. I think I get the premise of it.
Right. It may be a bit unwieldy, but it's for your own benefit.
All right. Hey, I'm used to wearing trackers anyway.
Well, I
Yeah.
hope. Well, when it comes to those matters, I believe my cousin is more of a influence. She's just petting the dog.
Wait, cousin?
Yes, we are related.
Oh.
Well, technically we're fourth cousins removed, but that's a bit formal.
All right. Thanks. All right. I guess, yeah. Quick out of game question. When is it safe for Raph to basically contact other people for continuity purposes?
Basically, if you don't do it by Tuesday, it'll be gone.
No.
Oh.
For purposes to avoid timeline destruction, when can Raph start interacting with the other players?
Oh, after school.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think school ends at like 12. So around 1. Yeah.
Right.
So if you spend like a couple hours like eating breakfast and chatting with the other Umblehawk guys.
Yeah. After Raph's gonna basically do whatever research he can do with their books on on Kulak, just because that is sort of it's supposed to come to a head tonight, so he kind of needs to get. He figured he'll use their resources to study up on it as well.
All right. So, what do you want to
know? At this point, he's going to look up basically like previous, like, it seems that basically, if I can understand this correctly, the light tend to basically be pretty hot and cold about basically what happens, and for the dark, for lack of better terminology to use with these things, tends to be more malleable about how they deal with things. So he's going to try and look up deals that basically, people like Umberhawk have made with darks that basically are satisfactory to both parties. Particularly things on since obviously a lot of dark creatures probably feed on humans, there's probably a lot of negotiations on how that can be better, mutually. Basically you can only feed on those that know of you and want to do it, like blood dolls and things like that.
So you want to read off about how to make like minor contracts?
Not necessarily minor contracts, but basically, specifically, has there been any contracts made that are like, for example, if vampires existed in a city and you made a deal with vampires to not kill everybody, but to feed off of only people that are willing to do it, things like that. Because Kulak, the general consensus was that we might be able to talk to Kulak and talk him into not doing as much damage as he's doing, but still be Kulak, as opposed to swapping him over to the other guy. Keep the name.
All right,
That was the last of the. Am I wrong on that? My memory could be faulty. That was the last of the conversation, right?
What's that period called when everybody started into science after the medievals?
Renaissance?
Yeah, the Renaissance. Yeah, it seems that that's the stories of demons living amongst humans in human cities died down rapidly after the Renaissance, and haven't really been that many cases where demons outside of a domain coexist with humans and make contracts. But you would know that before the Renaissance, they did have bindings, and they had agreements similar to like you guys can like stay around this territory and stuff, and whoever wanders in there, kind of thing.
Okay.
So it is possible, but no demons have really lived amongst humans for centuries. They tend to just stick to their own domains, especially since there's a lot less mythopoetics now than there used to be.
Okay.
Because people don't believe in it as much as they used to.
All right. I guess then, basically, because apparently I missed a little bit of the end of the conversation, Raph is just sort of closing that door with himself then.
Yeah, like you'd have to, you get the feeling like maybe you could like ask Jeffrey if he knows anybody, but you're not really gonna like get like the information, like the technique to do so from reading about it. You just know that it's something that's died down, so it's pretty rare to see Kudlak living amongst you guys as normal people.
Last little bit, does Raph know that he was a meanie to Akira? Because I definitely don't remember him hearing any of that.
Oh no, I don't think so. No.
No.
Yeah. So basically, then, from Rap's point of view, that was still a thing on the table.
Yeah, no. I see.
Okay.
Yeah, this is just memes. Don't worry.
I mean, Ryu punched Akira in the back of the head today, so.
Yeah, everyone's a meanie to Akira.
That's not even related at all.
Got it.
You just kind of brought that up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now that she's on, like, you know, E-star geek wimp, I mean, who cares?
Wow, that really is mean.
Yeah, I know, Jeff. This is my life.
Wow, the bully table really wants to bully Ryu today.
Okay. So, all right, I guess then, like, around 1, I'll contact Rio and see and ask if he's doing anything, because I have some information for him.
Oh, goody. Sorry, I had to get my mic. It's fine now.
Oh.
Around 1?
Basically, yeah. Basically, right a little bit after school, so that he doesn't disrupt the timeline.
Yeah, awesome. Tell me about it later. I have to go to student council.
Okay.
It's awesome. Tell me later. Bye.
I guess then he'll start contacting all the people. Raph looked, or either he has or he will look up basically like festivals and things like that in nearby areas for basically the Sunday gathering. Basically, he's just like, you know, making finalization plans on that, contacting people, you know, RSVP and stuff like that.
Oh, you're still down for that?
Oh, so, is this like a group text you're sending to the dorm?
Initially, not at first, but as I say, basically, it just every so often, I've had Raph do these little, like, you know, gather points just because, so we can get social interactions with all the, you know, NPCs we don't deal with on a normal basis, like Gideo. And then, actually, he's going to go track down Gideo to drag him along for this one.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Why are half the tables on the bully tables related to me?
What? That's...
It's beans, mostly.
Anyway.
Alright. So I guess Rio could pick up his phone before he goes to student council.
No, he already did. He basically said, talk to me later. Bye.
Oh. I didn't hear that.
Yep.
I don't know. If you want to actually do it, like, stuff you want to say is fast, right?
Well, yeah, basically, he's mainly going to tell you about the Jeffrey mission and the fact that what he's basically because unless I'm mistaken, the idea is still that tonight at some point we're gonna go confront Kulak.
Rio doesn't even know what happened in the mall. That would take more than just a couple minutes of explaining.
Yeah, no one told him. Thanks, Kaharu.
Kaharu!
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, Rio wasn't in the dorm.
Yeah. So, yeah, I guess once it turned out that basically Kaharu did not deliver the message she was supposed to, he says we'll talk later about it.
Kaharu.
Yeah.
Fine.
So yeah, I guess either I can try and conscript Gidyu, or we can go on to somebody else. I mean, I don't want to take everybody else's, just because I came in late doesn't basically mean I should get extra time or anything.
I don't know. Like, if he wanted to...
Yeah, that'd be un-American.
He'd say that he's in his domain.
Alright.
Somewhere.
Can I come talk to you? Is that possible?
What's the... He says that he could anchor in the March domain.
Alright. I'll meet you there.
Alright.
Go to March. I guess water the mushrooms real quick. Or dump dung on them or whatever they need. And then find the door into Gidyu's.
There's an additional 2 mushrooms in the pot.
Ooh, cool. Knock on Gidyu's door, I guess.
Oh, it's not really a door. It's like an island. I guess you yank on the island chain.
Okay.
All right. So when you yank on the chain, like it would form a pair of stairs.
All right. Go up the stairs.
And then he'll be like, greetings. What brings you?
I just thought I'd talk to you about that message I sent to you earlier, because I know that you tend to avoid those. But it would be really cool. But I thought I just came up with another idea for you. Have you thought about basically making a door between us and between your domain and March? I mean, not necessarily for us to contact you, get to bug you or anything, but just so that you have a secure anchor at some point in case you need it.
Well, it would help to have a domain that won't change rapidly. I could stop by more often, but my domain tends to want to drift about. So it's not a sword thing, but I can get it to work most of the time.
Okay, just because I've been learning a little bit. I've been talking with Jeffrey about doors, and I was able to basically sort of secure one. And I thought that might help you too, because it's sometimes really hard, at least from what I've noticed, to chase down domains when they don't want to be chased.
Well, it might be a bit crowded to put a door on this, But
I mean, I figure one of the plans of March is maybe to create it into like a hub. I mean, the purpose is for all of us to basically have a place where we can call home. I mean, I specifically even geared it that way myself. And one of those ways would basically be to have links to our more personal domains if we so choose.
Well, my domain is a bit different from the standard. It's quite the being that even I don't understand. But I should be able to rest on top of the domain without any problems.
Oh, anyway, I just thought I'd come and talk to you, and basically, as I said, I'm convinced. I mean, I'm here to basically convince you to come with us tomorrow. It's going to be a really fun time, and I know that you had a little bit of fun, at least at the last shindig. Sort of smile.
Right, that was a while ago, but yes, I had. Since you informed me quite early, then I can arrange myself to socialize. I'm afraid that my work means that I don't really sew as much as I could do.
All right. Hey, do you ever need any help, like with just manual labor?
Well, there's always like getting the best out of the materials.
Because between me and you, I tried to do a running. I tried to run with some of the girls yesterday, and let's just say it did not end well. And snails basically have now basically laughed at me at my slowness. So a little extra work, maybe on in a blacksmith area, might actually help me out some.
Well, you could certainly, well, when it comes to that, you alongside Hamato could work well. You used to be in the same dormitory together.
Oh, he helped you occasionally?
Well, yes, I've taken him on as an apprentice.
Oh yeah, makes sense, I guess. Has he made any more Iron Curtains?
well, we keep to basic, like just going through the motions rather than making objects. It's a diligence, that is. But yes, when it comes to the hard work, then Hamato and Ippon, well, that are we? I forgot what it's called.
The Tara.
The Tara.
Thought away. How did you get to that?
I was trying to remember. They're,
Bless your heart.
but yes, it would be good for Hamato to talk to somebody while he's doing this. I suppose I'm not the greatest conversationalist, and neither is he.
All right, well, we'll see how I can do. Yeah, I'll chase him down and basically see if I can work out something with him.
Of course.
Hey, mind if I quick question. What can you make of this? I sort of hold my shoulder, my arm to him, sort of like with the device. Have you seen one of these things before?
Well, judging from the Umberhawk logo.
Well, yeah.
But my techniques tend to be more traditional. Says you do know that the older something is, the more potent it is. And Umberhawks, rather than just going back to the old, they're trying to renovate. They call it new mythology. This is a new mythological device.
So you mean rituals and practices that are, the more ancient they are, they're inherently stronger just because of that age, just because of their connection with the mythos?
Well, think of it as a wine or a cheese.
Well, yeah, wine. I mean, wines become vinegar as often as become better wines, but I think I get the point.
But yes, that is how things have worked. The longer the myth has had time to settle within people's minds, it becomes something that is akin to them.
That actually makes a lot of sense. I didn't think of it that way. Thanks, man.
Right, but there are, even if I personally are going with the old traditional ways of blacksmithing and crafting, it is something to look into after all.
Got it. Alright, I think I'll actually prep. I think I'm gonna have to go to Ireland now. Oh well. I know that what is it? There's some ancient rituals about basically making how to get metals out of the land. Particularly, basically, you go to a bog, and basically, if you could pull the peat out of the bog, you could actually make metal out of it.
Ah, I thought you were referring to coup. But yes, there is that technique. Ah, wow.
I'm thinking of sort of quiet, sort of like stage quietly. I'm thinking of making him a better weapon if he behaves.
Better than the Gale Bog?
He doesn't seem to be using that one.
Oh, I suppose, and the Q will say, well, that is a matter of my, of the person who I am bonded with rather than my own incompetence.
Got it. It's on me.
He'll just clap you on the back.
We need to have a real talk at one point, and I'm basically figuring if we need to make decisions about what we talked about after my vision quest. We need to basically see if we're going to walk that path or not, and how we're going to do it, and how much of an ally we're going to be to each other.
Well, Q will say my own father was a god, so I can understand the trepidation.
Hold on a second.
One.
Don't be a smart ass.
I waited an awful long time to start that second.
I know, right?
It's very kind of you.
Shit, is it 11 p.m. already? Holy fuck.
No, it's not. Don't look.
Well, time flies.
You still got a lot to go.
I'll
You
kinda
know,
have to go in
26.
20 minutes. Sadly.
What have I been doing?
Not a lot.
Well, you met Clegg.
Yeah. But
Crag was trying hard to communicate with you. He tried it.
poor Clag, he tried his heart out.
Yeah, but now he's living in your domain.
Good. Got a pet person.
He made Glinda do a backflip.
That's pretty cool. It's pretty neat. Vroom.
Holy shit. Katsumi's gonna get so many presents when it comes to Christmas.
Yeah. She doesn't even celebrate.
They have KFC.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry about that. Had to tell my brother to go get me my drugs.
Nice. Load up.
So, anyway.
You said, last thing I said was that Q said, well, my father's a god, so I can understand the trepidation.
Yeah, but I mean, we need to make those decisions. But sort of look at Gideon. Now is probably not the greatest time. I don't think you want to be involved in just basically family business.
Well, it is of my interest, but I can understand the need for personal space.
How do you mean?
Well, understanding about how demons work is part of what I've inherited. To turn my back on it would be to go against everything that I've been training to do.
Do you mind if I ask you some questions then?
Certainly, I don't mind.
I learned a little bit that basically that demons is just the general word for both the personas and the unattached, for lack of a better term. They're all the same class.
Right. They're all mythologies.
All right. So I've learned that basically if the mythology is attached or connected with humans, they can either basically become more or less animalistic, depending on basically how they're perceived and how they're treated, right?
Right. When you made your connection with your persona, it was based off an intense emotion that you felt at the time.
Right. But I mean, more so like now, I look at you, not that I'm going to do this, but just as a question. If I treated him more human, he would become more human. But if I treated him more like just a slave or a beast of burden, he would also take on those characteristics as well. It's still malleable, right?
Right. Think of it as a child. The child usually takes traits after its parents based on its nurture.
Right. So, I guess my question is, how human can mythology become?
Very human. In fact, there are some cases where they're completely identical, similar to how a pig and a monkey is identical to humans when it comes to DNA.
Got it.
they call when a persona has ascended their original mythology and they become a new mythology. Well, those are very rare indeed. But it is entirely possible for, as you develop alongside your persona, that it will shed its original mythology and become something that is truly unique to you.
With that, is there, like, I know this can sound like a dumb question, but are there, like, more than one person walking around with, like, a Kukulen mythos? Or is it a one serves all customer?
Well, for a being such as Ku Cullen, you are the only person who would have him at the moment. But for a demon that is more numerous in their mythology, such as a Valkyrie or a devil, then there would be multiple versions of them.
Okay. So if the mythology basically says that there's more, then there's more. But if the mythology says they're singular, then they're singular.
That is correct.
What would happen to a mythology if the persona becomes so human, as you said, it becomes a unique element? Would it reset, or would that permanently change the mythology?
Well, usually the mythology gets cast aside like a snake sheds its skin, and eventually it will latch on to somebody again. But if you willed it, you could entirely embrace that mythology and wrap it up in itself, so that the legend known as Ku Cullen will evolve into something more.
Got it.
Well, of course, I don't know anybody who's been able to do that.
Right. Well, thanks. Actually, you gave me some food for thought. Anyway,
Right.
so I'm just gonna chat with him just in general things and stuff like that. So eat up some
Alright.
time with him.
So this
Basically,
is just chat
go.
shit.
Yeah. The idea is, I mean, I'm trying to bring him out of his sort of his self-imposed shell, and the more I talk about like work things, the more we sort of drag him into that. So I do try and bring him out, but I'm not like gonna, not, you know what I mean, just generally being his friend type of thing and hanging out with him.
Alright, you'll do that. So I guess we can go back to Ryu now, because I avoided him. Alright, let's see what's happening.
When have you ever not avoided him?
Alright, so what have you been avoiding me with?
Oh, it's not Ryu. Alright.
Can I steal all of Rio's stuff?
Give me a moment.
Shax, how could you? That's the opposite.
He gives it back to you one day at a time.
That's gonna take forever.
Alright, TSN.
Here's
That's
one
it.
bit of navel lint. Here's another bit of navel lint.
Here's a sleeve.
Here's the stain on the sleeve.
Alright, so where are you going?
Me or Rio?
You.
If nothing else happens at lunch, he's going to work. It is the weekend after all.
Alright, so you get the feeling that that somebody's trying to find you.
Okay, do I get the feeling in which direction they're trying to find me from?
So you have no bloody idea.
But he knows they're trying to find him.
Yeah.
What a mysterious game.
This is interesting.
That's what Vitalis is saying. That somebody's trying to sniff you out. His skin feels prickly.
Is this sniff me out in like what happened earlier, or sniff me out as in something not to do with that?
Earlier? How much earlier?
Like 2 days ago, the big evil event.
Oh, yeah. You'd be like, yeah.
Ah, right. So Ryu is going to completely ignore the feeling and go to work.
All right. Okay. What 10 is good for you, and 10 is not good for me. All right. So you managed to avoid them.
I almost wanted to know who it was.
And you go to work.
Yes.
All right.
So I will say, basically, since everybody knows that he goes to work on weekends, whoever's tracking him doesn't have the greatest skills in the universe.
Not everyone knows that.
I figured it was a pretty big thing on school because I mean, just in like normal. Granted, this might be different, but I figure, I mean, if some kid was like working in another city every weekend, I mean, that would be basically something like a part of his reputation.
Who cares?
It's Ryu. No one wants to get close enough to find out about it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That it would be part of his reputation that, dude, this guy works. This guy has a real job, type of thing.
Dude, this guy works! What a fucking nerd!
I think it just seems like he leaves town.
Okay.
Yeah.
He just leaves town.
Leaves town on the weekends. What the hell is he doing? Who is he going hurt to beat up?
Fucking loser.
All right. So I guess student council.
Oh yeah.
So,
Actually, I actually know a thing to say or do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, but let's do the boring stuff first.
So you filed the work into delegating refunds into the clubs for
Yes.
Nowco.
Yes.
All right. So that was all well and done.
Mm-hmm.
She
And
approved.
some of the clubs probably won't like it, but that's not my problem.
Nope. So that paperwork got approved, and it will take into effect next week.
Good. Like, is it
And
relevant which clubs I fucked over?
I'll have to look to see what clubs people are in, because some people aren't in clubs.
Yeah.
So, and then anything else on the agenda? Like, you did all of your work for the week.
Yep, that's true. That's very true.
Chiba is at the meeting, by the way.
Good.
She looks like she's back.